was put God first, right? Put God first. And a lot of people are like, how do you put God first? Because I don't always put God first. You know, we call it a gut feeling a lot of times. But I believe that's how God speaks to us through the Spirit. We all had something in our gut that we knew, but we don't know how we know. We just know. But a lot of times we do exactly what we want, right? But how do we put God first? By obeying that Spirit. And then doing what we know was right, even when we don't feel like doing it. And a lot of times, so many times, I'll be like, you know what? I'm going to get even with that scumbag. Knowing, as a man, bro, we men, right? As a man, we don't match energy. When you a man of integrity, principles, morals, values, you keep your integrity no matter what. Because the moment you kill what you stand on, the match energy with a weak weasel, you are a weak weasel at that point. And a lot of times we say, man, I got out of character. No, you didn't. That's in you. You did that. That's who you are. You was acting in character when you were trying to act like you're a man of integrity. And so that's how we put God first. When we do what's right, no matter what's going on around us, knowing what God wants us to do. And the main thing, how we put God first is we walk in our God-given purpose. And when we walk in our God-given purpose, we understand nothing happened to us that happened for us, right? And so I really believe what brings pain to our heart is what God has qualified us to heal. What brings pain to your heart, when you see something like, damn, something need to change. That's your mission. That's your purpose. But a lot of times we'll be like, somebody need to do something. No, bro, you need to do something. That's your purpose. If that, like, a lot of people don't care about what you care about. But when you get something that just brings pain in your heart, if you've been touched and then you see a key and that bother you, if you've been shot and then you see these little black boys getting gunned down, that bother you. No, that's your mission. Because messengers are not sent. Messengers are raised. And so somebody from the outside a lot of times can't fix something if they're not from it. You feel what I'm saying? And so, right, for example, when we go through something, I don't know what y'all been through, but everything you went through, it didn't happen to you, it happened for you. Because when you go through certain things and you don't give up and you just keep going, you learn lessons in that. It gives you patience. When you go through trials and tribulations and problems, a lot of times those problems ain't going to change. A lot of problems we have is not going to change, right? I look at our problems like the weight room. You go to the weight room, it's hard. You can't do it the first time. You get a spotter, you keep going, you sore. You keep going and going and going, pretty soon you throwing it up. That weight haven't changed. You changed. You got stronger. So when we go through our problems, it develops us and give us strength. And that's how we get patience. We learn empathy, because it's so many times I snub my nose with an arrogant attitude. I never do that. If I was there, I'd have did that. You don't know what you would do a lot of times till you in that situation. And so sometimes we have to go through something so we can have empathy. So we won't snub our nose to somebody, right? And so now we've learned the life lessons through that. We done bumped our head. That's your purpose. So now messengers are raised and not sent. You can go and now you can talk to a youngster who going through the same thing you went through or gonna go through the same thing you went through. And you could tell them like, no, bro, you might want to go this way. Or this how I handle this to get here. And so that's our purpose. If you good at basketball and you caught a drug case and you didn't get to go to Syracuse, but you still good at basketball, it might be your purpose to coach these kids who might be going left. They might not go to the NBA, but guess what? They might not be on the corner. They might be at basketball practice. They might have graduated from high school and might go to college. You feel me? And so what brings pain to our heart is what God has qualified us to heal. Everything everybody in here went through was to get you to your God-given purpose. Was to get you to your God-given purpose, to develop empathy. I guarantee y'all, it's a lot of y'all probably been through a lot of things and said, I would never do that. And then did the stuff y'all said y'all wouldn't do. And so, walking our God-given purpose, that's how we put God first. When you put God first, whether y'all agree with Dr. King tactics or whatever, whether y'all agree with it or not, that man put God first and he gave his life, he gave his freedom for what he believed in. And that's how you put God first. When you're willing to give your freedom, when you're willing to give up every dime, you're willing to lose your reputation for your God-given purpose. And so when we walk in purpose, We could go through pain and trials and tribulation. We don't have to get high now because I understand I'm walking in my purpose and that's going to derail me from my purpose. No, I ain't going to react to this. I'm not about to match energy with this person because I know my purpose. I'm not going to cry when I go through. I know I have to go through this. I'm walking through my purpose. And we put God first and go through our purpose. A lot of pain wouldn't be so painful and people would look at you like, how can you go through all that and not blow your brains out? How can you go through all that and not complain? Because I'm walking in my God-given purpose. That's right. And so that's how we put God first, by walking our God-given purpose and not wasting our time, wasting our talents, our gifts, and what we've been through. And so that's principle one. Principle two is the golden rule in any faith. It don't matter. It's any faith. It don't matter how many times, what you don't eat, what you do eat, what you dress. Do unto others as you want done to you. The golden rule in any faith is do unto others as you want done to you. How can you treat people, bro? I don't care if you know the Bible front and back or you know the Quran. How do you treat people? How do you treat people? And a lot of times, bro, we had this weasel attitude where we respect the person just because we can get financial gain from them. We respect them because of their position of power. And then we look down and son somebody because they can't do nothing for us. Or we think less of them because they're on the streets. No. You treat people with love and respect. If we live with love and respect, the world will be a way better place. Trust me. 85% of the killing in the neighborhood is because somebody feels disrespectful. And I know we say this a lot of times over a woman. A lot of times people feel like, man, you know that's my girl, and I feel disrespected. And so if we live with love and respect, and when I say love, I'm not even talking about the feeling, because you can't go. You can't. When I say love, Scripture teaches love is patient, love is kind, love is forgiving, love is being a blessing. That's all actions. But I'm saying is, walk in love. Like if you see somebody hungry, feed them if you can. Just lead with love and respect. If I go in your environment, this is the rules and protocols to your environment. Respect the rules and the protocol. If I call you a name and you say I don't like being called that, respect that. Don't treat this person bad and disrespect this person because they're weak, and then you respect this guy because he's a killer or he Mike Tyson. No. Lead with love and respect and treat everybody the way we want to be treated, doing to others as you want done to you. I had to learn that the hard way. That's why I stab wounds and bullet wounds. That was disrespectful. I ain't learned respect until I went to jail. Dead serious. I ain't learned respect until I went to jail. And the third rule, which is so powerful for me, we reap what we sow. We reap everything we sow. Everything we do is a seed. Our words, our actions, even our thoughts. We reap everything we sow, right? Everything we do, everything we speak, everything we think is like a seed. We compare it to farming. Scripture teaches us you compare it to farming. So if I plant a tomato seed, or I plant any seed, right, it go under the ground, develop roots. And then pretty soon a harvest comes. You plant tomatoes, you're not going to get apples, you're going to get tomatoes. So if I'm doing everybody foul, I'm doing this, and we talk, man, good guys finish last, or hey, get it how you live. But we sowing those seeds. And just like a farmer plant a seed and they go beneath the ground, we sowing seeds to the spirit world that grow roots and manifest in our physical life. And you don't know when it's going to happen or who it's going to happen with, but we reap everything we sow. Scripture teaches us our thoughts. Scripture says, as a man thinketh, so is he. So our thoughts ain't just something going on in our imagination. Our thoughts are things. So if you thinking and dwelling on stuff over and over, it's a seed to the spirit world that manifests in our physical life. So if I'm doom and gloom, I wake up, stroll on Facebook, ooh, kill, murder, I'm listening, smoking on dead ops all day. Man, we gonna track that to our life. And just like our words are seeds. Everything we speak, it will manifest in our life. So we will reap everything we sow. Scripture teaches us, give and it will be given to you. But a lot of times we don't believe that, because I might give to this person and you know he ain't gonna give you nothing back. And so we don't believe that word. But all of us probably can confess somebody has looked out for us who we least expected it from and when we least expected it. And that's probably because we sowed good seeds probably 3 months ago. So we reap everything we sow. And fourth, This is the hardest thing to get the young boys, because I coach basketball now. As men, I can't tell kids to act like this. I can't tell women, but us as men, the most important thing, total self-accountability. The moment we blame the man, the moment we blame, it was me. The moment we keep blaming, we give them all the power, and we can't make any correction in our own life because we gave somebody else the power. And when we blame and give somebody the power, we make them our God. I give this analogy of Michael Jordan, right? I'm from Toledo, Ohio, which is like 40 minutes from Detroit. So I was a Detroit bad boy Pistons fan, right? So I remember when my team used to clothesline Jordan and the referees won and Scottie Pippen went out game 7 with a migraine. Not once did Jordan say, I can't beat them because Scottie ain't the best. Or the referees cheat. What did he do? He went to the weight room. He got stronger. He brought Pippen on. He compromised and played the triangle offense. Let Pippen dictate the ball. Now they can't double and triple team me. He changed himself to be better. But the moment he would have gave everybody else the blame, we wouldn't know Michael Jordan as he is today. And that's how we got to be as men. We can't blame the man or blame mama or blame... No, I can't make any correction in my life if I don't look in the mirror and say I need to change and not shift the responsibility to somebody else. Total self-accountability as a man, bro. Total self-accountability. The fifth. This might sound crazy, bro. This might sound crazy, but this is my key to healing. We all need healing. But we are here to serve. We are here to serve. Scripture teaches that Jesus washed his disciples' feet, right? To let them know, if I am who I am and I'm washing your feet, how are you supposed to treat people? We are here to serve. And when we give our gifts to serve other people, and like I was saying, like our purpose, that's how we heal. And so, like my sister, right? Her son got killed at 20. While she was 4 months pregnant with her son, his dad got killed 20 years before that, right? And so my sister all messed up in the head, right? And so we is getting them together, all the mamas who got kids who got gunned down in the street before the age of 20. And all of them will say, what got me through it when I was mentoring other moms, when I was teaching little kids like this is the road my child went down. So when we use our gifts to serve people, that's how we heal a lot of times. That's how we heal, by giving and using our experience to serve other people. And I really believe that. 6, I believe this is the hardest one right here. Take a step in faith. Take a step in faith. Dr. King had this quote. Correct me if I'm wrong. He said, faith is taking a step even when you can't see the whole staircase, right? But a lot of times, God will put something in our heart that we know we should do, right? Guess what we do? We'll ask somebody. And talk you right out of what God put in your heart. And that's supposed to happen. You know why? Because when God puts something in your heart, that's a vision. That's a vision, right? And the person might could see what you see in the physical. We could see this. This is a red brick wall. But they can't see what you see. They can't see your vision because the vision is spiritual. And a lot of times we let people talk us out of what God put in our heart. Or I got to wait for the right time. The time that will never come. I got to wait for the right amount of money. That will never probably happen. Instead of taking that step in faith. Taking that step in faith. I was reading Will Smith's book, right? And he uses, he said this on YouTube too, but I had read his book. He said his father had him and his brother build a brick wall outside of his business. They never got started. They just think about this brick wall. He said his father told him to take one brick, lay that brick down perfectly as possible. Take another brick, lay it down, and just keep laying brick by brick by brick. And pretty soon he looked up, it was a brick wall. And he would have never did that if he would have took that first step and laid that brick wall. Man, procrastination is a thief. Not only does it kill our dreams, but it kill our joy and our peace. And a lot of times it makes us a hater. We be gifted at something, but we wait for the right time, wait for the right moment, wait for the right support. And somebody less talented, less something, or somebody we think we more gifted than, they get out. You took a step of faith. And when you take that step of faith and you put God first, the people you need, everything you need will come aligned with it. And then we sit back hating. Man, you stole mine. Nah, you sit back procrastinating. And so that's one of the most important things. Take a step in faith and get started. Don't wait. Take a step in faith and get started. Take a step in faith. And the last of 7 lessons is unity. Wow. Unity. And my community is no unity. It'd be 3 people who rap. And they got 3 different record labels. It'd be like no unity. No unity. Even this person to have a gift, and whatever gift you have weaknesses. This person's gift might be this person's weakness, and this person's gift might be this person's weakness. Instead of working together, we sit there and compete with each other instead of complete each other. And so we would never, nobody in this world, and Jesus didn't even do it by himself. He got 12 disciples to send them out 2 by 2. Steve Jobs didn't build Apple by himself. Woz was with him. Bill Gates didn't make Microsoft. He had Paul Allen. But it seems like it's always us who try to do everything on our own. And you think of anybody who did anything in this world. I ain't saying they was great people, but did anything great, whether a great business or something great, they work together. And I always say, I was watching this sermon from somebody, right? And somebody's asking me, I ain't gonna say who the pastor was. I don't want to say, what did you bring that boy out for? He was party with Diddy and all that stuff. But look, it was the pastor, right? I don't want y'all to shoot it down. I always say to y'all, don't shoot it down. But he said something so powerful, right? Somebody asked him, like, sorry. Somebody said something so profound. He said something so profound. Somebody's like, how do you go through all these scandals and everything you went through and you seem like your marriage is getting stronger? Your marriage is getting stronger. Your ministry still growing. He said, when you have a partner or a team and y'all into something that's bigger than y'all, when y'all come together as a team and say, this is the goal. And so it ain't so much what me, it's more we. But if we get to that point, we could do powerful things. And so those are my 7 principles, man. And I just pray, because they changed my life. It took me a long time. It took me a long time for me to even get to this point. I was a weak, selfish, blaming man. It took jail, bullet wounds, stab wounds, tooth knocked out, everything under the sun. And so, whatever you gifted at, make sure, don't waste your story. Don't waste your story. Don't waste your pain. Don't waste nothing you've been through, because it's all a blessing for real. So you can walk in your God-given purpose and teach somebody else. And thank y'all for giving me y'all ears. I appreciate y'all so much. My name is Seth Watson. It is a blessing to be in front of y'all. Thank you.